welcome here. We would have chatted on Monday, but the Jags had other ideas. And you guys tonight welcome a red-hot Detroit team. What was the best thing that you guys did tonight that you failed to do on Monday?
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little upset. You were in Jacksonville last week, and you got them all fired up, SVP.
Well,
why can't we get you out here to Arrowhead to fire up the KC crowd?
If you ask, it's a family thing. My wife's from Jacksonville. They made a request. I mean, you know some people. You want me to bang on the drum? I'll do it. They never asked. That's all I'm saying.
Here we go. You're right. But I'll tell you what, this Lions team, man, hats off to them. A short week for us at least, and it's always tough, man. But we know the Dan Campbell's kind of toughness. It's ingrained in that defense and that offense, and we were fired up to get to experience that challenge this week. And Coach Reed did a great job of getting these guys ready, and we went out there and put up a 30 ball on that defense, and that's not an easy thing to do, man.
When I spoke with Joe and Troy after the game Monday, which I do every Monday Night Football, and I looked at the stat sheet, and you all had 13 penalties. I couldn't believe it. You had none tonight. How much of a focus was it, Travis, to just clean up the things that you all are in control of?
Yeah, I mean, penalties and turnovers are going to ruin you in this league, man, and everybody knows it's no secret. And it was a bit embarrassing seeing how many flags we had last week. So it was a huge focus point this week, and I can't tell you how proud I am of these guys, both offense, defense, special teams especially. Finding a way to get the job done and doing it within the framework of the game, man.
You all get Rasheed back next week, and you all are back to 3-3. Reports of your demise greatly exaggerated. How would you sort of describe, Travis, what the focus of your group is with the coming weeks ahead of your bye, and sort of where you feel like you are now with the understanding you got a lot of runway ahead of you?
I mean, the thing is, in this building, man, you get challenged every single week, so you don't really pay attention to the record. You don't pay attention to who you got next. It's all based on it's all based on the now. And I think Coach Reed does a great job of challenging us week in, week out to get ready for that opponent. And I'm just excited to get my guy Rasheed back in the building. What he means as a player, as a person, and to this community, man. We missed having him out here on the field for the first couple games this year, but I'm excited to get him back out there. And I mean, if we're putting up 30 balls without him out there, it's gonna get rocking and rolling when he gets back out.
What'd your defense do best in the second half of this game? Because as great as that Dan Campbell-led group is on the defensive side, that offense it's so versatile. They got so many options, so many weapons. So what's the thing that you feel like that group did best tonight?
Our defense, Spags, does a great job of challenging these guys and making the corrections. And I think it starts with that core group inside, the linebackers, Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil, guys like Leo Chenal, man. Those guys kind of rally around the D-line and the DBs and get on the same page. And it looked like they were playing real sound defense and just flying around. It looked like they kind of had a tick on where the ball was going there in the second half. And that's just, that's great coaching and guys being alert and locked into their keys and stuff, man, and just playing their tail off, man. And when we play all four quarters with toughness and energy and alertness and that kind of fuel and that kind of fire, man, we know we're a tough team to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys are still the measuring stick that everybody's going to judge themselves against. And, we're going to be out there in a couple of weeks for Monday Night Football. I look forward to that. But I'm realizing saying baby. I'll bang on that drum. If I do that, I'll never be allowed to come back home to Washington where I'm from. So I don't know if I can do it. I'm just going to keep my head down, try to do my job, lean on your brother, let him be great, carry me for a couple of hours and not bother anybody. Is that fair? Is that a deal?
All right, listen, that's what Jason does, baby. Just follow his footsteps. I've been following him my whole life, man. Just follow his footsteps. You'll be good to go.
No doubt. Hey,
can't wait to see you out here.
Thanks for taking the time. We'll see you in a couple weeks for Monday Night Football. Congrats on the dub tonight, and I appreciate you always, man. Thank you.
All right, SVP. You're the best, baby.
The Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up for their third primetime game in 6 weeks when they host the surging 4-1 Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. The 2-3 Chiefs are struggling, coming off a gut-wrenching 31-28 loss on Monday night, and they are 0-3 in one-score games this season, a stark departure from their usual late-game dominance. Amid the on-field turbulence, one off-field question looms over Arrowhead. Will Taylor Swift make her first confirmed appearance of the 2025 season? The superstar has kept her attendance under wraps this year, though Chiefs games were a lucky charm for her and the team in the previous 2 seasons. Kansas City enters the Week 6 showdown coming off Monday night's loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where Swift's fiancé, Travis Kelce, hauled in 7 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown. So far this season, Kelce has 22 receptions for 223 yards and 2 scores. With the Chiefs' aura of invincibility showing cracks, this may be the perfect moment for Swift to show up and try to help the reigning champions reclaim their form. Here's the latest on Swift's potential attendance and predictions for how her presence could impact Kansas City's critical matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs earned their best win of the season, defeating the Detroit Lions in Week 6 of the NFL season. Kansas City got its 3rd win of the season, having previously defeated the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Patrick Mahomes led the Chiefs to a 30-17 victory over the Lions. After the game, there was some extracurricular activity between both teams. Chiefs wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster and Lions safety Brian Branch got into a scuffle as players were beginning to shake hands to finish the matchup with a sportsmanlike ending. A video caught Branch decking Smith-Schuster and the Chiefs wide receiver retaliated against the Lions star, which ultimately ended in what looked like a massive brawl. As both teams had a physical ending, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce was staying away from contact. Kelce was walking around the outskirts of the skirmish and decided not to get involved with the brawl after the Sunday Night Football game. Kelce's reaction is shown near the end of the video attached. Travis Kelce was all business in Week 6 of the NFL season. Kelce was the Kansas City Chiefs' leading pass catcher, finishing the game with 6 receptions and 78 yards. Kelce had his best game of the season, helping the Chiefs advance to 3-3. Throughout his 13th season in the NFL, Kelce has posted 2 touchdowns and 243 yards on 22 receptions. As for those involved in the brawl after the Kansas City Chiefs game, the NFL will likely investigate the incident and determine any potential fines for both teams. Juju Smith-Schuster could be facing league punishment for his involvement and retaliation against Brian Branch. Taylor Swift just wrapped up the release week for The Life of a Showgirl, and the singer continued her busy week by attending her fiancé Travis Kelce's game against the Detroit Lions at Arrowhead Stadium this evening. Swift entered the stadium without being photographed. After the game started, she was filmed cheering on Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs with his dad, Ed Kelce. Her old mine-cut engagement ring stood out in the footage. Swift has only been spotted at the Kansas City Chiefs home games this year. Last season, she avoided going to away games as well. In October 2024, a source told Page Six that her team made the decision largely for her safety. She's not going anywhere unless she knows the venue intimately, and it has been thoroughly scouted and secured in advance. This is the first season Swift has attended Kelce's games without being shown on camera. The star admitted this past week that she's become quite skilled at moving around unnoticed. When BBC Radio 2's Scott Mills asked Swift what part of being a spy she'd be best at, she responded, "I think the entering and exiting building without being seen. Just put me in a garbage can, roll me, I don't care. Honestly, I can fit in like a purse. Sometimes I just can't deal with it, the paparazzi and attention, and in those times, I won't deal with it. I'm just digging tunnels under every building I go into, airlifting in through the skylight." In the same interview, she spoke passionately about how much she and Kelce support each other's careers. "It just is the most fun thing in the world to be able to support each other and the polarity of how different our jobs are," she began.